Well, good thing you did have a cap on this, because I almost dumped it on you.
Yes, see?
Good Lord. Oh, see? How you doing, Candy?
Doing well, thank you.
Oh, hi, Candy. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Candy, do my best.
Put your name down.
First voice, they need that seat.
They don't get the big one.
Okay, well, you tried, right?
Yeah.
And go on, Ken. I mean, from the end of the middle.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's fine.
Well, it's just your son. Yeah.
Take that one, there was none on here.
Okay.
Oh, it's probably on the floor.
Oh, I don't have a flag.
And it's been signed, sealed, and delivered, correct?
Figure out. Yeah, we're good.
Not what you're expecting, I'm sorry.
Joanne's encyclopedia, correct?
No, I go down the chairs. My name's Candy. I've heard a lot about you.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Well, Betty and I got her for. Yeah, we're just lazy. I recognize you lazy. Okay. Well, if you guys are ready, we're ready. So, I think what I have to do is, take number 4 on the agenda, and we'll need a motion to, move Rich up so that he could be chairman of this meeting.
I make a motion to move Rich up to Mike's position to be the chairman of the meeting.
For this meeting.
For this meeting, yeah.
Okay.
This
Is there a second?
Okay.
This is start time too.
Well, since we don't have a chairman,
We don't have a meeting.
We
We
don't
don't have a
have-
forum.
we don't have. Pam, could you please help me out with this? Since we don't have a chairman,
What's your quorum?
we have 3 members here.
Is
And that's
Rich
the quorum.
Ford a member?
Yes.
He should be
The-
able to
Rich.
vote on
I thought-
making you chairman of
I
the
thought
meeting.
he should be able to, yes.
Start off Grafton Township meetings.
I'm allowed to vote for myself for the chairman for this meeting.
Well, most
There
importantly,
you are.
you could,
Thank you.
most importantly, you could second your nomination.
That's what he's doing.
We need a second, or the question dies, so.
Okay. So the motion was made to allow Rich to be chairman for this meeting, seconded by Lee, seconded by Rich Ford, and motion passed. Okay,
So now,
call to
Take the
order,
roll
do
call.
the roll call. Okay, roll call. Sorry,
Did you actually ask for votes and there was no names? Did you ask for names?
oh, I apologize.
It's important to do that in this
Yes,
case.
I apologize, I did that, okay.
I'm sorry, Barb.
No, thank you very much. I'm not used to winning a meeting, so thank you. If I'm not mistaken, Loretta, did you say you abstained, Loretta?
Yes.
Okay. I got it. Okay, so,
And abstain is basically a no vote in this case, so it
Correct.
still does pass.
it still does pass, so there's 2 noes, 2 yeas. Okay, got it.
It's tough when you-
Okay, roll call, Rich Ford. Loretta,
Aye.
thank you. Loretta White, okay, Lee Stump.
That's W-U-I-C.
W. I do that to your name all the time. I'm so sorry I do that. Okay, and trustee Zerg. Here. And trustee Murphy. Okay, got everybody. Since we don't actually have a flag, north is that way. So we do the pledge, we stand and go that way.
Pledge to Colleen.
We pledge to Colleen, yeah. Beautiful blue.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so we're gonna pass number 4. We are now on item number 5. Motion to accept Marlene Bowen as a new member of the Transportation Committee.
Where's Marlene? Here's Marlene. Hi, Marlene.
Does anybody would like to make a motion?
Is this open for discussion before we vote?
You need a motion in a second to.
Yes.
Can I make a motion that we open it for discussion?
Go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I don't know who Marlene's going, but is this how you ordinarily do it? I mean, it's not open to the public where we could, see who would wanna, be on the board?
Can I say something, please, or do
Sure.
I have to say something?
Sure.
I have worked with Marlene, and she's exceptional.
Okay.
I cannot believe it. She is a nurse, by trade in the past. She's worked in hospitals. She has been in a hospital, working in public relations. And I'll tell you, it's a gal that rides the bus, and we need somebody that really can get some public relations.
Okay,
I like
Thank you.
her immensely.
thanks.
I'm Diane Hanson,
Diane.
ex-social worker.
Okay, that's all.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So someone would like to make a motion to recommend Marlene
I'll
Bowen.
make a motion that Marlene comes on the board.
Does anybody second that motion?
I'll second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Does anybody want to have any further discussion? Without further ado, we'll take a vote. Aye.
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 The motion is passed 3-0.
Okay, you should go up there.
Come on up here. Now let's make.
Oh, no. All right.
Not now. Hang on to that, kid.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Delighted to be here.
Excuse me.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of the minutes of
Yeah.
Well, there was
August
something that has
7th,
to
because we
be
never had a
changed.
quorum.
What has to be changed? Well, hold on a minute. Make your motion in second, and then we'll discuss.
On the second page of the
Well, first you
minutes.
have to
Make your motion.
make the motion to approve the minutes, and then
I made the motion to approve minutes and second.
Oh, it's gotta be corrected, I don't want the minutes read it as they were.
I know, but we have to have the motion to discuss first. Then we can do the correction. It's okay. It'll get a second.
Just a second.
Second,
Okay.
What is the discussion on the minutes of August 7th?
What you got, sweetie?
on the second page,
Mm-hmm.
where it has, about 3/4 of the way down, it has, Welch then read the statement of contract she was given by the supervisor, stating that it was the sole authority of the supervisor to sell the bus since it was under GA. The bus was never under GA, it wasn't purchased under GA.
I know.
it's
but
under
what-
senior services,
Right.
which is in the town fund.
So that statement is not true.
Saying that the solicitor, this is what the supervisor's statement was. I know that's not true, but this is what the actual, the supervisor's statement.
December 6th?
No.
Ow,
There was no quorum.
there was no quorum at that meeting. There was no meeting, yeah, there was no meeting, so there's no minutes from that meeting.
Would you repeat that, please?
No, that was the other one.
Okay, the statement that we're trying to adjust is not a statement of fact, it's a statement of what someone said at the meeting.
Right, it's not that, yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I don't want to,
We
I
should
don't
stipulate
want
that
people
it's not a
thinking
statement of
that
fact.
this was
right, but
a
this
true
was,
statement, it's not a true
this
statement.
was exactly what the statement,
Okay.
this is what she exactly stated.
Because we approved the October meetings.
That was, yeah, that was a while ago. That was, yeah, that's 11, huh?
Okay, do we need any further discussion on the minutes of August 7th?
I make a motion to accept the minutes.
We'll take a vote.
Hi.
Yes.
Are there more agendas?
We can vote. Yes.
Do we have more, any more
Yes.
packets?
Yes. What you vote to approve the minutes?
Yes.
Okay. Aye.
Got it.
4-0.
All right. Okay, this is the part that everybody's been waiting for.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is public comment from the audience. And how much time will we allow?
Usually it's 3 minutes
A piece?
apiece.
Okay.
So
We'll try to keep it to 3 minutes apiece.
if you,
Can I ask, how long is this bus going to be able to function?
Well, please state your name before.
My name is Diane Hanson, and I live at Sun City, and I'm very dependent upon this bus. And I would be crushed if we could no longer have it service. And I would like to know who else is involved. And understand Grafton Township has a majority of the cost. I was wondering who else is involved.
Well, it's my understanding that there is a Grafton Township bus and there's some payment from the Huntley, the city of Huntley for the people in Rutland Township. So I think it's like 10 to 12,000 a year, I forget what the exact number is. So that's 10. So that's how it's supported. So it's supported by the funding of the Grafton Township plus additional funding from the Rutland Township City of Huntley relationship. So does that answer the funding question?
I would also, as we that use that bus, do we see some of the funding? Who has been contacted? Could we be of any assistance, particularly over at Sun City, getting additional funding for this bus? I hate to see a bus that's completely paid for, just go down the drain.
Who said it would do that? That
What
isn't
if-
going away, is it?
One of the, first of all, there's no, I know of no plan for this bus to go away.
No.
No matter who's elected,
What did they say about selling the bus, that it was in the...
well, I'll give you my spiel.
Yeah.
There was no plan to stop the service as far as I know. Whoever gets reelected, I think we have some of the candidates here, they could probably say that. If they want to say something else, it's their time to say something else, if they're gonna plan on stopping the bus. If I don't hear anything, I assume that all the candidates, I think we have 3 of them here? 2, 3, that means that the buses keep running.
There has to be some changes made.
Okay.
There has to be good routing, there has to be contact in the community with people that know how to sell and get out there and let them know what this bus does. Make the people know more about the bus. I live in neighborhood 8, and I was surprised with the ignorance regarding the bus. So that's my spiel.
Well, it's been in the paper, I mean, it's been advertised, I mean, I don't know what more we can do to let people know.
Some like
It's on
he
the,
can't see.
isn't it on the Huntley website?
It's on the Huntley website, it's been in the newspaper.
Yeah.
I mean, how much more notice do you need?
Diane, why did you think that the bus was going away?
I'll tell you because there has a friend of mine wanted to make an appointment this afternoon. and she was told she would have to make it before 1 o'clock. So there has been some adjustments made to the hours.
Well, the bus is not running today.
Yeah, I don't care, I just, she could not make an appointment in the afternoon. She had
Why
to make
isn't it running today? It's supposed to be.
It's running today.
Oh, excuse me.
Isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Isn't it 5 days a week? Yes.
Well, right now, it's out in the, right now, it's in the parking lot.
I drove it.
Oh.
Now we know why it's not running.
Well, why, Don? Didn't you take her to the? I don't know what happens, you know.
What happened to you?
Okay, I'm sorry. Can we have some quiet? Okay, what is your name? and
Alice. Alice Sealy.
Sit down.
Come in and sit down.
I'm Barb Sirocco. I'm a Rutland
Thank you more.
resident, but I'm concerned about our people from Rutland who drive the Grafton bus. And I understand that the majority of the people that are picked up are Rutland residents. And Rutland doesn't contribute anything to the bus. How did that happen, and why isn't that?
Well, Rutland, the city of Huntley, for the Rutland people contribute.
I know, but only a small amount.
Rutland
I think someone, trustees can comment, I think Rutland said no, right?
Rutland said no.
Well, then I think our next meeting should be at Rutland and voice our
Yeah,
opinions there. I don't ride the bus, but we need to have the.
I'm informed we have a Rutland representative here. Who's that?
This gentleman,
Could you speak to that?
Yeah, I'm on the board now, and I was on the board when this issue came up the last time also.
What is your name, sir?
I'm sorry, my name's Steve Schultz. And the question came up, and we asked for information, and the information that we've got, we couldn't, as a board at that time, justify the cost that they wanted from us to support the bus. In my recollections, I don't remember anybody really ever coming to the board and explaining their concerns or what this was all about. Linda did contact us, I think, one time about it, and when Fritz was the supervisor, and there were a lot of unanswered questions. And our other concern is if we offer it for the people of Sun City, we have to offer it for the whole township, which takes in a pretty good area. And the cost per ride, and the cost to us, we had no funds available for it at the time, and it just issue just kind of went away.
This isn't quite true, sir. I'm a trustee for the township also. And when John Rossi was our supervisor and we started this bus service, John Rossi and myself did come to a couple of meetings, but now that was like 5 years ago.
Right, and when you may have attended the meeting, we had nothing in the budget, and we have not been approached in the last 4 or 5 years for anything.
Right.
And we have not put anything in our budget again for any bus service.
Yeah.
And we just can't draw the money out of a fund we don't have set up for any kind of busing, so.
Well, I don't think the township is capable of handling the service to everybody in Rutland Township. I mean,
No, I don't think she's
Well, that's
talking
what
about that. I
they-
think she's talking some partial funding for the people in Sun City that are in Rutland
That's
Township.
true, but
that's what
if
the village.
That's why
Rutland
the village-
Township were to
Yeah.
support it, we would have to travel throughout Rutland Township picking up people. and
Right.
We can't
I
afford
don't
that.
know if we can,
We
yeah.
cannot afford that expense.
Didn't there used to be a larger budget for the bus, like 75,000, or I think it's something like 50 now? And I wonder why that occurred. When John Rossi had it, wasn't it a larger budget?
It's been 50.
It's always been 50? One more question. I was looking for the Grafton budget online, and the only one I could find was from 2010. Is there a current budget, actual budget?
Yes.
It's under the budget, it's a 2010.
I don't, it's on a different website, I'm sure. Although I don't know why it's not on our regular website. I'll check that out for you.
Please.
I'll find out and have him put it on.
Okay.
It should be on there. Yeah, it should be. We got a copy of it right here.
Hi, I'm Linda Iverson, and I'm from Sun City. I'm running for Rutland Township Clerk.
so I'm trying to get up to speed on a lot of different things, so I appreciate being here. One question is this service for people who are seniors, disabled, and unable to get places, or is this just, I call, I want a ride?
No, it's for seniors.
Senior and disabled.
And disabled.
Okay, and they can't afford to get anywhere on their own, correct? Or
Many of
not?
them can't drive, but there are times people have had surgery and they need to get to therapy and they're not allowed to drive. They can use this
No, I'm
bus.
just trying to
Right.
figure it out, you know, is this a government-provided service just for anybody who wants it at any time, anywhere, for any reason?
No.
Or is there due diligence done?
Oh, yes.
Oh, so you're checking people that they really have a need?
It seemed to me that this was a federal grant. It was a flat, I guess you did not.
It's
County
not a
grant.
federal
No,
grant.
it's a county grant.
It was a county grant.
How did a county grant, yeah. I ride the bus, I was told when I applied, I had to be a senior citizen
Right.
and live in this area. So
Right.
that's what I did.
Linda was talking.
Yeah, the reason I'm asking is, I'm a senior citizen, I'm disabled, I'm just a hair above poverty, and I have availed myself of all kinds of services, and the reason I'm running for office is I want to help people who are in my position, and there are a myriad, and I see them on your handout here of alternate transportation that doesn't cost anybody anything, and things like that, and I wondered how much that's offered to the residents, especially in some city. I mean, do they get this kind of information?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
All the time,
Yes.
because I've been sick ever since I've been out here and never had to use the bus because I wasn't totally aware when it first came out, but then I was calling some of these other places that they do due diligence. They checked my financials to make sure I didn't have a way of doing this any other way.
Yeah, I used to be on the
So-
board for the senior citizens. They met in Crystal Lake, and there is so much out for the seniors that, and I used to pass out all this information. And in fact, I just passed out to 2 people this week. One, her husband had a stroke, and the other one, her husband had prostate cancer. I said, there is help for you. It won't cost you anything. You call senior services, they will come to your house with a caseworker, go over your everything, and then they'll set things up for you, and it doesn't cost you anything. You can also have your taxes froze if you don't make over $55,000, but of course, when the state raises the rate, then your taxes will go up.
Well, that's why I'm running for office, is I just want to make sure people are taken care of.
Right.
But it's not a drain on government any more than it already is, because there are all kinds of other organizations.
Well, the state's got the worst credit rating in the country, so we can't depend on the state.
Can I say one thing?
Sure.
From my experience, I only have 2 places I was able to contact. I'm on a walker. I need some additional help with this walker, getting it on the van. And I've been really one person, I guess it was Angels of Mercy or something, and then this Grafton Township. I did not see anybody else that was available to
Call
take.
Senior Services in Crystal Lake and they'll more than help you.
But then again, I
Senior
might wanna go to the
services will
store
only
sometime.
take a week in advance.
At least
Faith
they-
in Action is 3
Yeah.
days in advance.
But it's out there.
But you also miss another thing, excuse me. This bus is not just transportation. You are dealing with people in isolation for the most part, and we are getting in with other people. We are able to know that twice a week we can go to the store and get our groceries.
Right.
We can go to our doctor. We've got a doctor that's up there off of Algonquin. How far is it? We've got a clubhouse we can't even get to, 7 blocks away. That's great for people to say, oh, there's wonderful services. Be in the situation, see what it's like.
I am.
You're right, kid, it's hard.
So ma'am, you do understand that I think we got agreement here that this service was not going to stop. So,
The proof's in the pudding, the money.
well, okay, but we've got 3 other people running here. I think there's a 4th one.
Right.
Yeah. And I think the 3 people running here, I think, have made a commitment that this is gonna continue
What
after the
can we
election.
do with Illinois that has the worst credit rating in the United States, so deeply in debt? I cannot believe that there's not gonna be some cuts.
Well,
And we seniors will accept them.
Let me just comment on that, and maybe you guys can help me. You were right, this was a grant for the bus. So the bus now is in the hands of Grafton Township. There's no way that bus can go back to the county. If they did it, they would probably scrap it anyway. So what you're talking about is the funding from the township itself, from the tax base of Grafton Township. And again, you've got the three people in this room are saying they're gonna keep funding that bus.
What is your name, please?
Rich Ford,
And what is your position?
I'm chairman for a day
Brand
here.
new chairman for the day.
I heard that
This is
this
your
bus
life.
could not be sold for anything else, that it was delegated for senior services alone. Is that correct? Why-
That is my understanding.
Can we have a written procedure?
Is there a, I mean, I think that the initial contract, or
You'd have to look up the
Yeah.
record 6 years ago.
I mean,
Yeah.
this,
And then also give us I don't wanna have something that just gets me to the doctor every year. I like to have a schedule. I had a schedule when I could still drive, before, when I could see. I had a schedule.
Well, we don't have a, we don't have a schedule, you call into the township and,
With Grafton Township, I had
yes,
that.
and
That's why I
ask,
like it.
and state that you need a ride. You almost have to call the day before so that
That's what I do.
so that they can get you scheduled and.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I've been using them for 3 years. They're a godsend.
I don't know the answer to this question, so I'm gonna ask it for you. Can she, like, say, come and pick me up for, every Tuesday because I've gotta go to physical therapy for 2 months? Can she do that?
Who else would be able to do that?
We don't, I think that this can be accomplished in our office. I mean, if you
Without the bus.
set it up and
Without the
say
bus.
the times that you need.
Wasn't there a setup deal for, you could get this throughout the month, set it up every week for a month? Wasn't there a setup in the office on that? That you could schedule it every day for a month?
There was.
I think
At
so.
one time.
We
I
cannot
think we
have
had it
standing
set up that
appointments.
way at one time.
Your paperwork says no standing appointments.
That's what I'm trying to say.
So are there standing appointments or aren't there?
Says
No.
no standing appointments.
Well, not for every month, you have to, it was only set up for a limited amount of time.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It was only set up for a limited amount of time, like 3 weeks in advance, that's all. We couldn't do it for the whole year. You couldn't do it for 6 months in advance.
Okay, so there's no standing appointments for a certain block of
Right,
time, but
I
there
mean,
are
you
standing
could
appointments for
set it
another
up
block
for
of
like
time.
3 weeks in advance.
So my example of physical therapy for a month is come and get me every Tuesday. That would work.
Right.
Is that correct? Does anybody disagree with that statement?
The paper does.
Okay, so then the paper needs to be corrected.
That's right.
Well, we could always go back to the paperwork and then maybe we can start complaining again. So there's no standing appointment. You try to be nice.
Well, I understand,
So,
but
there
I'm
you
saying
go.
is, I can understand the need. If
That's how they wanna
someone's
handle
going to
it.
physical therapy for a month, can she set
The
up Tuesday,
paperwork's
Tuesday, Tuesday,
correct, we
Tuesday?
don't have to worry about it.
And that shouldn't be too difficult. Our office.
Right, so no standing appointments, that's it.
Well, that can be corrected.
Well, that, I mean,
but you
operationally,
can't tie it up.
operationally, it has to be talked about and approved. But again, you can't do it for a whole year, but you can do it for an illness or physical therapy or something like that, but.
Yeah, but people have to get to shopping once or twice a
Right.
week, so that needs to be on a regular basis.
That is.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with
That's
calling?
different.
My name is Joyce Labola. What is wrong with calling? I don't see any problem with calling, Diane.
Let me tell you one thing. First of all, you people that drive, that can still take care of yourself. You don't know what it's like when you can no longer drive. And I've driven all my life. and I've got macular degeneration now, and I've got neuropathy. If you all of a sudden have to go to the store to pick up a loaf of bread, no, you can't go. If you're low on medicine, you need some help right now, you know, you gotta help, you have to have somebody there. I mean, if my son wasn't around, I'd be in big doo-doo. And I even found out I can't use my little golf cart to go up to the pool, because I'm gonna have to get past the driver's test next year. I mean, it's great for you ladies to sit there, because you don't need it yet. Get in a position where you need it. And I mean, and to sit in that house and to walk on that bus, and here's a wonderful driver, fantastic people.